So what was the controversy? Ooh, somebody got mad. This deck really made somebody unhappy. And we're going to go ahead and talk about it because it's full of lady elves. And not nice, ethereal, pretty lady elves. No, these are funky lady elves. Funky, funky lady elves with all types of funky infections. So we're going to go through it and we're going to show you what's in it. What do we have here? Look at this glare. Come on. All right, that's a little better, right? So we're going to go through this. We got 1, 2, 3, a 4, a Finn the Fangbearer. And if you look at this, just for funsies, look at that. Doesn't that look like a bird head right there? Every time I see that, I see a vulture. See the eye of the turkey vulture? Right? Can't unsee it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, Finn the Fangbearer. He's a deathtouch human warrior for 1 and a green, and he's a 1/3. Whenever a creature you control deathtouch deals the combat damage to the player, that player gets 2 poison counters. Oh no! So 4 of these, because he's very important here with our poison counters, right? 10 or more poison counters loses the game. So we have 4 of him, because we need him to keep coming back. And let's get in here to... There we go. Stop right there. All right. So we got Elvish Promenade. Create a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token for each elf you control. And we're running 2 of these. So for 3 and a green, we're going to swamp the board with some elves. Yeah. We got a Viridian Longbow here. Now this is important. This is some annoying removal. And this is what caused the controversy. So we'll keep one of these aside to show you. But it's a 1 artifact equipment. And its equip cost is 3, but the equipped creature has tap. This creature deals 1 damage to target creature or player. And we're going to run 1, 2, 3 of those. Because 2 is too few and 4 is too many. For some removal, destroy target artifact or creature. It can't be regenerated. We're running 2 Putrefy, so you guys know what those do. Aren't those pretty? So running 2 of those. And then these newer cards here we just put in. Destroy target creature with total power and toughness 5 or less. So we're going to run 2 cut downs. All right, now let's get into the meat. All right, so we're running some Rampo here. Got 1, 2 Llanowar elves. So for 1 green, you know what the Llanowar does? Aren't those fun? Look at those white borders. Okay, and a newer card in the deck here is the Deathbloom Gardener. It's 2 and a green, and it's an elf, and it has Death Touch. So add 1 mana of any color. So we got a 1, a 2 of those. Some of our low mana cost elf creatures here. We have Tajaru Blightblade. Blightblade. It's an elf rogue for 1 with Death Touch 1/1. We have Imperious Perfect here for 2 and a green. Other elf creatures you control get +1/+1. Look at her. She's loving life, man. She's hearing the song of the forest. In a culture of beauty, the most beautiful are worshipped as gods, including Imperious Perfect. So she's a lord. Other elf creatures get 1/1, and for green, you can tap her and put a 1/1 green elf creature token into play. 1, a 2. 1, a 2 of those. So we have the Immaculate Magistrate. So for 3 and a green, we can tap and put a 1/1 counter on target creature for each elf you control. Elves of the Immaculate class weave flora into living creatures, sometimes to endorse an elite warrior, sometimes to create a breathing work of art. Like this flower mullet-headed fellow here. So we're running 1, a 2 of those. We have Shaman of the Pack. To the elves, her spear is a compass. To the Bogarts, a harbinger of doom. Yeah, you Bogart. Stay off my compass, Bogart. So she doesn't like Bogarts, brother. Shaman of the Pack. So for 1 and a black and a green, Shaman of the Pack enters the battlefield. Target opponent loses life equal to the number of elves you control. Ship boop 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 doo. 1, 2. Running 2 of those. Now here, one of our golden the pigs, in addition to Finn the Fangbearer. And we're going to keep one of these aside because they're special to us, and we're going to use it to show example. So we got Orin Assassin, Death Touch. All creatures able to block Orin Assassin do so. And it's a 1/1. For 1, a black and a green. We're running 1, 2, 3, 4 of these powerful cards. 4 of those. We'll keep 1 aside. So, What else? Well, these are 2 elves that we're just running 2 of them. So we have Dwinin, Giltleaf Dean, Reach, and other elf creatures you control get +1/+1. Whenever Dwinin, Giltleaf Dean attacks, you gain 1 life for each attacking elf. Oh boy, and there's going to be so many. And it's a 3/4 for 4. And for 3 black and 2 green, we get this fine version of Glissa the Traitor here. And look at that, sure enough, 30th of January 2011. Where were you? Where were you, sir? We were at a pre-release event. Leave us alone. No, we weren't. No, we just like this version. So it's a first strike death touch. And you know what that means. Pretty much indestructible. So whenever a creature an opponent controls is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, you may return target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. And that's going to be the artifact that is so hated. And this is what caused the vitriol. And we'll just wait to tell why the drama happened. So, we're going to grab up some more cards here. Okay, so land the base. Yes. Okay, so, as one of our other guys just hanging around, we have Poison Tip Archer for 2, a black and a green. You have Reach, it's a 2/3 with Death Touch. And whenever another creature dies, each opponent loses 1 life. So, for our Death Touch gang, we got the Snake Boys. And you know what? We can be archers. Yes. Snakes can use bows too. So yeah, we're going to be equipping these. So Moss Viper, it's a Death Touch, a 1/1 for 1. We have the Wasteland Viper. These elf ladies sure do like it as snakes, don't they? A Wasteland Viper has a Death Touch with a Blood Rush. We can discard Wasteland Viper. Target attacking creature gets +1/+2 and gains Death Touch until end of turn. What's our other one? Ooh, the Ambush Viper. Look at that. Look at the foil. Look at the foil. Oh, look at his eye. Look at the eye. Look at the eye. Seriously, look at it. That's crazy. That's nuts. Look at it. Look at it. Why? What? So, we can flash in Ambush Viper. It's a 2/1 for 1 and a green and has Death Touch. And we got the spiders for you folks that like them. Look at the spiders. I love the spiders. Oh my goodness. Reach, Death Touch, 1/2 for 1 and a green. 2. Here's an important card. Now, 3 is too many, and 2 is just right with this card. So for 2 and a black, we get a Death Touch creature snake. Whenever a creature you control Death Touch attacks, each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. Whenever a creature you control Death Touch deals damage to a planeswalker, destroy it. But look at that. We're going to be gaining life left and right. So 2 of those. We got a Leyline Prowler with Death Touch and Lifelink, and tap to add 1 mana of any color. It's a 2/3 for 1, a black and a green. And Varragoth, the last in line here. Death Touch and Boast. Target player searches their library for a card, then shuffles their library and puts that card on top of it. So, what would we boast up for if we needed it? Probably the longbow. And how does that work? So, longbow, right? This is what caused the problem. So I had some little creatures out. I had some snakes. And the archer snake. So I equipped the Viridian longbow. And as the turn goes, my opponent would cast a creature. So I'd be playing these cheap Death Touch creatures, and they didn't want to attack. And they were running like a white-red. But they'd get something out, and I'd tap and do 1 damage to it. So that 1 damage would be Death Touch. So I was just using... I had a couple of them out, and they were snakes, so it was really funny. So imagine the flavor of archer snakes. So as I was doing my thing and creating lady elves, I was also... It was the Boros player, so it was so funny. But out of 5 games, I lost 1, but kind of like I lost like cheaply to like another Golgari deck. But out of 5 games, I won 4. And just look at this. It's so funny. So I was like, ding, ding. And the one guy that I was playing against, he got so mad. He's like, what kind of deck is that? And then he looked up to see if I could be using this in it. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. But he was trying to say that my Death Touch, like, it didn't work like that. So I said the creature deals damage. They're Death Touch creatures. So because the Death Touch creature deals the 1 damage, yeah, it's 1 damage, but your creatures die. So this dude was so salty about this. It was so funny. We'll just shoot through the mana base real quick. There's 20 lands. So 1, 2, 3, 4, swamp, forest. All right, we got more stuff too. Forest, swamp. I think there's 8 swamps and 10 forests maybe. Let's see if I'm right. What do you guys think? Am I right? I think I'm right. Tainted wood, tainted wood. Give me some more of that tainted wood. Wowie wow. All right, what do we got here? So I think I am right. Forest, tainted. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my God, I'm wrong. Now what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Huh. Well, I don't know. I don't know sometimes, Jerry. Sometimes I just don't know. But anyways, this deck caused trouble, as it often my decks do, causing trouble again with my snake archers, and maybe next time there'll be a spider archer. Oh, Queen Spider! Ooh, you lose! And guess what? Despite all these foils and stuff, this deck's under $40, brother!